Mr. Bandit 81 here, aka the Sci-Fi Bandit, with a review on Batman Dark Knight Rises. Doing a review on Bane and Batman. Saw these at the store the other day and thought I'd check them out. One thing I noticed right away for Bane here was no elbow joints or knee joints. Just got forward and back movement, full 180-degree turn. Legs, well, about as high as the legs would go on movement. He can turn the head left and right here. Other than the no joints in the arm or in the elbow and knees area, that's about the only downside I can probably put on him. And not exactly too sure on how much detail from the actual mask used in the movie is on the for the figure here, but a little interesting. They probably could have added a bit more paint detail towards the back here. Looks like there's something hooked up to the mask in the back. The mouthpiece on it kinda looks like one on Reptile's mask from Mortal Kombat. Not sure why, but it just looks like that part of the mask. As far as standing wise, they seem to do okay. For Batman here, came with a batarang, which is pretty much the detail from the movies if I remember right. And for scaling the walls, his tool of choice for doing that. Now Batman's got some of the same details here as Bane. No elbow joints in the arm. Has the same forward and back movement. Full 180-degree turns. Legs move about the same as Bane's, moving forward and back. The only difference is Batman's got a knee joint. That's one thing I was kind of noticing on Batman here. Between the two, Batman's the only one that's got the knee joints. Plus another thing I noticed was the fabric cape, which other than on the Star Wars figures, or some of them, haven't seen too much of lately. Unless you happen to go back to the 80s or mid to late 80s on the superpowered friends. fabric cape on them, or for those who had capes. Now, if you're wondering on the figures in the background here, I'll mention, comparing the DC Universe line and the Marvel Universe, same type of capes. If you wanted to put them in the vehicle, be a bit tricky with how the capes are here. Flexible, but not much on for putting in a vehicle, probably. Well, especially in the driver's seat. But you can more or less see what the scale size is for these two. About the same. The only difference with Batman on the left is, unless you get him standing right, falls right on over. But as far as the arm details go on the figures, could have added a few extra joints on these guys for some fun, but why they only gave Batman the knee joints, or the knee joint, I'm not for sure. Out of the two figures, for this scale, seems like Batman's got something that Bane doesn't. Movement in the knees. So, other than the knees for Batman, Bane just doesn't have it. But yeah, no knee joints on Bane, so Batman's got him beat on that. Do have some pretty interesting details in the boots here. And as for the guys in the back, it's just used for example on the cape part. Probably would have looked a little bit better if gone with the fabric, perhaps, instead of the hard plastic. Not to mention compared these guys, these figures seem to have more movement in their arms and legs than they do. Other than that, they don't seem too bad. Plus, I give the Batman figure for this toy line more credit on details than on Bane. Did see some 6-inch figures though for these guys. One being for Batman, Bane, and Alfred Pennyworth. Collect all 3. Build your own bat light, or bat symbol light. Batman had the base, Bane had the part that held the light in, and Alfred had the actual bat symbol. I'm guessing that from the look of them, they had about as much movement as the guys in the back here. Other than that, I didn't pick them up. Might next time around, perhaps. But that's this is a review on these guys. The 3/4 inch size figures. Might do pretty good having Batman being tossed in with some G.I. Joe figures. If you want to do a crossover. Well, that's a review. Hope you enjoyed it. Till next time.